if I was a serious egomaniac, when I transitioned to our next subject about Mohamed Sanu, I would make it all about myself. Because in case you didn't hear, Mohamed Sanu was traded this week, and that's like going from the Falcons to the Patriots, which is kind of like, ordering regular fries, but instead the cashier gives you a Super Bowl ring.
This made me LOL while I was reading it.
It did not make me LOL.
Oh, it's so funny. I mean, the funny is unmatched here. Sort of like me and my
Unmatched?
sunglasses. Producers can't get mad at your eye line if
Unmatched.
they can't see your eyes. Am I right?
Oh, sometimes the jokes are just for us. But what do we make of Mohamed Sanu? I mean, like, every time that Brady has a new receiver, it seems. He did this with Josh Gordon. He did this with Antonio Brown. He really seems to pepper those guys with targets. Do you expect Mohamed Sanu to do the same?
Absolutely, 100%. It makes the Gordon, IR sort of mysterious. They're kind of on the outs with him. That trade more, the way it's going. And it's the Patriots. Brady needs, this depth out there, and we don't have it. We, Patriots. And
now, you're part of the squad.
I definitely am. I really feel like I run the organization personally, and this was my idea.
You're wearing a
and I'll
hoodie,
take
so
credit.
that's good. But Marcus, what do you make of this?
What I'm waiting for is for Bill Belichick to run a 3-quarterback offense where they hand it off to Sanu,
he
who
can
goes
throw,
a pass
right?
back to Julian Edelman, who then
Right.
throws it forward to Tom Brady, who'll probably drop it because he's no Nick Foles when it comes to catching the football. I'm sorry,
that's mean.
did I say that out loud?
So they kind of have a type. They like former quarterbacks to be their wide receivers.
Yeah.
I kind of see what Belichick is doing there. All right, though. You know what, though? Don't say that I don't ever do anything for you, because we should take a moment to recognize the fact that Taylor was the top scorer this week in Fantasy League One, 159 points. And such, when you are the highest scorer in the league, you get to add something to the table of champions. And I don't know if we brought anything for you, or if we had.
You guys are too sweet.
This is a little unsettling.
Oh my God.
Isn't this just beautiful? Wow.
A little unsettling.
I really do love the way that he looks at me.
Is that not fun?
Far better than the way that you look at me. You know
That looks
what?
photoshopped.
No, it was actually, it looks
No, I
like
mean-
it
when was
in
that?
San
Yeah,
Francisco.
when was that? When were you guys in San Francisco?
Recently.
As someone who grew up in the Bay Area, I can tell you that there's frequently emojis floating in the air over the city.
Nice.
Wow, Adam,
You
do you
know.
mind if I put this just to create some space
It's an
between
unknown
you
You
and
know
I?
what?
San
It
Francisco.
goes on that table.
You know what?
It
Let's
goes
put
on
right
that
here.
table.
This will help create the
That's
space
what you
between
chose?
us.
I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to put that on that table. Okay,
Whoa.
then here's the deal. Who are you playing this week?
Excuse me?
Who are you playing this week?
I can't hear you.
Who are you playing this week?
I don't know who I'm playing.
This is why I don't spoil.
I focus only on my own roster.
This is why I don't spoil anything in the rehearsal or the pre-show meeting. We made a deal. If she loses the FaZe Clan this week, this picture is gone.
No, we
But
didn't. No, nobody else has that.
Let's take some fan
He's such a
questions.
cheater when it comes to me.
We're a show of the people. Last week, I said if anybody loses to a celebrity, they had to wear a sumo suit. Tuesday, Graham was wearing a sumo suit.
Oh, yeah.
Have you paid that debt?
I've absolutely paid the
When
debt.
did you pay that debt? And is there proof?
Yes, please roll the tape.
If you lose to a celebrity this week, sumo suit. Sumo suit.
Sumo suit.
Let's head over to the stage. It is making the Cardinals running back depth a little more robust.
Hey.
Touch the football.
Cheers. Sucking.
Candace Patton this week has a huge matchup in Fantasy League One because she's going up against me. That's right, going up against me. Team Hollywood. Hollywood Inc. going up against the Melanites. TaylorMade against FaZe Clan. The Fantasy Footballers. Team AEW. Cody and Brandy Rhodes. Please win.
Please.
Graham Barfield against Kane Brown. MG against Desi Banks. But let's talk about the matchup between the league leaders, of course. And here is the 6-1 rank and file going up against the 5-2 there. Well, you know what? I didn't want to spoil too much of it. So let's talk about that quarterback position because I have Matthew Stafford. She has I'm assuming Kyler Murray.
Yes.
I saw that quick enough.
Yes.
Who do you think has the? Listen, I know where my heart lies, but who has the best matchup in this one?
I mean, look, I don't want to.
That tells me. That tells me all I
I don't
need.
want
gotta give it to Adam,
to
even
overinflate
though I
your
don't
already
want to.
overinflated ego. So, like, I mean, in the interest of like, trying to keep you grounded, I should say Kyler Murray. But I mean, in reality, it's gonna be Matthew Stafford. You know, I mean, the Saints it's a good defense. They're slowing people down, and Stafford is. He's like the old Matthew Stafford again, where he's actually chucking the ball down. Like, he's doing this. He's chucking the ball downfield.
Fun Matthew Stafford.
He's not check down Charlie anymore. So that helps out a whole lot. So I like him this week.
And the Saints haven't allowed more than 300 yards in the last 4 games this season. So that's another bad sign for Kyler Murray. I don't think that this will be the week.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you know what? I was able to go out and pick
Music
Matthew
to your
Stafford.
ears.
It really is. I had to go pick Matthew Stafford up off the waiver wire because I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, oh yeah, Lamar Jackson. See, when you get a quarterback who you're just so automatically like on cruise control with, you forget like, oh yeah, the bye week's coming up. And so I suggest to anybody out there, make sure you're aware of when your quarterback has a bye if you don't have somebody already on your roster who can back him up. But let's take a look at Ricky Hollywood's matchup against Charles Melton.
Ooh.
Melton is going to be starting Kirk Cousins tonight, along with Adrian Peterson as well. Both players involved in a revenge game.
I like that DK Metcalf he's got in there.
Yeah, that's a nice
spicy.
pickup. But look at, I think Cortland Sutton's nice. I think T.Y. Hilton's a pretty good start. Zach
Unfortunately,
Ertz's
I don't think Odell Beckham is going to be able to do much against those Patriots.
I know, that's what I was assuming too. And then also, I'm kind of hoping Ertz gets some steam.
finally.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? The big one I noticed was you've got Sony Michel in there. He had 3 touchdowns last week. Are you worried about him coming back to earth just a little bit?
Oh, it's like, most likely gonna happen. That's
Right.
what's gonna happen. But either way, assuming Rex Burkhead is still not playing, he's still gonna get the targets. And I have James White and him, so when I double them up like that, I don't know, I'm not worried about it.
That's where Brandon Bolden comes in and really directs
Oh
your
my
dream.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whenever
not-
Rex Burkhead's not in there, that just seems to be the key to everything.
Yeah. And it's the Browns, so I'm kind of hoping that, it might not be like a 3, touchdown situation, but one or two and a lot of yards.
That's very
and,
nice of you. Just a touchdown.
Yeah, just one.
Asking
Yeah, not
for
being
a lot.
greedy.
No,
Because a lot of
no.
people be like super greedy. I need 2 or
Right, just one.
maybe even more, but 1.
One. I'll be happy
That's
with
acceptable.
one. Yeah.
All right, MG, let's talk about your matchup as well. Trying
Okay.
to rebound after losing to the celebrity last week. Now you got Layup Banks. And
Wow, he's starting Aguilar, huh? I'm probably not going to start Christian Kirk, by the
Aguilar.
way. I'm probably going to have to move him out because he may not play.
you were so
this week.
hopeful. Were you trying to like breathe that into existence?
I was really trying to make that happen.
If you put Christian Kirk in there,
That's just gonna
then
resurrect him.
maybe- Because it's such a great. Well, it's not that great of a matchup this week. But
Not really.
Still,
What about Evan Ingram? Are you worried?
As long as he doesn't get poked in the eye again, like, he should be okay. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah,
That sucked.
that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. You made the right choice. So they went to Red Ellison. But Desi Banks, somehow, he had Aaron Rodgers last week, who got like
Somehow.
80 points, and yet still lost. You still lost with that's tough to do. Not only did you lose, you lost by 40, bro. Who beat him? Oh, that's right. Rank. Anyways, are you worried about, or you
Rank.
wouldn't be worried, are you excited that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back to earth? And show
I mean, yeah,
everybody
like
that he's washed?
I'm not expecting him to have 6 touchdowns again. 5 passes and a run. Like, that's probably not going to happen. The Chiefs' defense has been kind of tough on quarterbacks. They're tough
You've
on
talked
wide
about
receivers.
that all season.
They're tough on wide receivers, particularly. On top of it, the Packers' wide receivers aren't great. I mean, since Devontae Adams isn't there,
Right.
they're not
But I do
really
think that
great.
last week also showed that Aaron Rodgers I think he threw to 6 different targets.
He
And
did.
so he really has found his rhythm in terms of spreading out that offense, and it's making it harder for them to
I feel like
cover.
this should
cover
be an
those
Aaron
receivers.
Jones week. Let's make this an Aaron
It's
Jones
one-
week,
it's-
everybody.
It's one game, yeah. Give it to Aaron Jones. He's been
Aaron
working
Jones
hard. Let's take a look at Taylor's matchup coming up this week against, who are you playing against? FaZe Clan.
FaZe
That's right.
Clan.
I got it.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. It's
Ooh,
neck and
tie.
neck.
That Christian
one-
McCaffrey matchup's not good for him, though. For them.
That is the one thing that is going
Yeah, I
in
think
your
that they've
favor.
never allowed a scrimmage touchdown this season. the
Yeah, I
Saints.
believe that's correct. They got the
But
49ers.
if there's anybody that can do it, it's going to be Christian McCaffrey.
They have a conflict of interest because they have Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers defense. You should convince them not to use the 49ers defense this week, just as a sporting situation. But what about the quarterbacks? You've got Jared Goff. They have Tom Brady. Who do we like more in that one?
The Patriots have the top scoring offense this season. I'm obviously going to have to go with Tom Brady if we're talking about in terms of who's going to be the higher scoring quarterback. But I do believe in Jared Goff this week. Cincinnati is allowing the 5th most points to quarterbacks this season. They have kind of gotten into stride. He had a major bounce back game last week against the Falcons. I don't see that going down. They are going up against a pretty bad Bengals defense in London. That's the only thing that scares me.
Right.
Is that when you play a London game, you really can't predict anything, as we've all seen. So that's my biggest X factor, I would say, is the fact that they are
So you're
in London.
saying Goff is going to get more than Brady?
No, Brady will get more, but
yeah,
I am confident
100%.
in Goff putting up a lot of points.
Just wanted
this
to hear
week.
you say it again. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, those London games are always weird. And you know what? The Cincinnati Bengals have given up a lot of rushing yards this season, which means it's a great opportunity for Todd
them to
Gurley.
just kind of.
And is it weird to think that Darrell Henderson could actually come through this week?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
not really.
You're like, no, that's not weird.
Not
It's okay.
weird.
And also the big news, too, is that Taylor has said if she does not win this game, she is going to
I
forfeit
never said that.
that
Please don't touch
I'm,
my property.
I'm so glad
Please stay
that
away
you're
from my
stepping up
personal
because
property.
we're trying to
This is
have
my bubble.
everybody
My
kind of step
bubble.
up